00B AI Stargate 2025121 Stargate 5000 OpenAISM Altman Oraculari Elasancio Masayoshi Sun 1. Stargate 10005000 2. OpenAI Oracle Stargate 3. 4. 20161 2021 1. 2025121 Stargate 1000 1 OpenAI Stargate 2 Oil Price 3 Fox 5 Atlanta 1. Stargate 2. Stargate 3. Stargate 00B AI Stargate. The announcement of the 00B AI Stargate project marks a significant moment in the intersection of technology and geopolitics, particularly as it relates to global competition in the realm of artificial intelligence. Here are some counterintuitive elements that emerge from the project's details and implications. 1. Investment versus competitiveness. While the project is framed as a strategic move to secure American leadership in AI, the sheer scale of the investment $500 billion raises questions about whether such massive financial commitments are necessary for maintaining competitiveness. Historically, high levels of investment do not always correlate with leadership in technology sectors. For instance, China has made considerable strides in AI with significant state support and investment, but the effectiveness of such investments in achieving long-term dominance remains debatable. 2. Bipartisan infrastructure narrative. The Stargate project's announcement comes in the wake of President Biden's $1 trillion infrastructure bill, which aimed to revitalize traditional infrastructure rather than focusing on digital or AI infrastructure. This suggests a counterintuitive shift in priorities. While previous administrations may have emphasized the rebuilding of physical infrastructure, the current focus on AI indicates a recognition that the future of economic growth may hinge more on digital capabilities than on traditional infrastructure. This could undermine the bipartisan narrative that infrastructure investments must focus on physical roads and bridges. 3. Jobs versus automation. The project is touted to create hundreds of thousands of jobs, yet the very nature of AI technology is to automate processes and functions. This presents a paradox. While the project aims to bolster employment, the long-term implications of AI advancements could lead to significant job displacement. The promise of job creation needs to be critically examined in light of the potential for automation to eliminate many of the roles that the project seeks to create. For national security versus global cooperation, Trump's emphasis on national security as a driving force behind the Stargate project suggests a competitive, zero-sum view of AI development. However, the global nature of technology and AI development often requires international collaboration. The contradiction lies in the notion that the U.S. can secure its interests while also recognizing that many AI advancements thrive on open-source collaboration and international talent pools. This could lead to a situation where isolationist policies hinder innovation and weaken the very security framework they aim to strengthen. 5. Public-private partnerships. The involvement of major tech companies raises questions about how public-private partnerships will be structured and managed. Historically, such collaborations have yielded mixed results, with concerns about accountability and profit motives overshadowing public interest. The counterintuitive aspect here is that while the public sector seeks to ensure national security and job creation, the profit-driven motives of private companies may lead to priorities that do not align with the broader societal goals of equitable economic growth and workforce development. 6. Environmental concerns versus economic development. Building extensive data centers, necessary for the Stargate project, poses significant environmental challenges, including increased energy consumption and carbon emissions. The project's narrative focuses on economic benefits, but it may inadvertently contribute to environmental degradation. This tension between economic development and sustainability presents a counterintuitive scenario where the drive for technological advancement could undermine long-term environmental goals. 7. Leadership in AI and ethical considerations. the push for American leadership in AI often overlooks the ethical implications of developing and deploying such technologies. The counterintuitive realization here is that simply investing in AI infrastructure does not guarantee ethical usage or leadership in responsible AI development. As global attention shifts towards the ethical dimensions of AI, such as bias, privacy, and accountability, the U.S. must confront the reality that leadership will require more than just technological supremacy, it will also necessitate a commitment to ethical standards. 8. Economic growth versus inequality. The anticipated economic benefits of the Stargate project may not be equitably distributed across society. Historically, technological advancements have often led to greater income inequality, where the benefits accrue to a small segment of the population, particularly those with the skills to participate in the new economy. The counterintuitive aspect lies in the assumption that economic growth driven by AI will benefit all, when in fact, it could exacerbate existing disparities unless accompanied by deliberate policies aimed at inclusivity. In conclusion, the 00B AI Stargate project encapsulates a complex interplay of motivation, strategy, and consequence in the realm of AI and geopolitics. The counterintuitive elements highlighted suggest that while the project aims to position the U.S. favorably in the global arena, it also raises critical questions about the effectiveness, sustainability, and ethical implications of such ambitious endeavors. The 00B AI Stargate project represents a pivotal moment in the intersection of technology, economics, and geopolitics as outlined in the report dated January 21, 2025. While the report offers a comprehensive overview, several critical elements may be overlooked by the general audience, which could significantly impact the interpretation of its implications. 1. Significance of initial investment versus total commitment. The report states an initial investment of $100 billion that may expand to $500 billion over 4 years. This gradual increase in investment is noteworthy. The initial phase's success will likely determine the project's feasibility and sustainability. Many may focus on the total projected investment without recognizing that the initial $100 billion is a litmus test for the project's viability, particularly in the context of political and economic shifts. 2. Involvement of major tech companies. The collaboration with major tech firms like OpenAI, Oracle, Microsoft, and NVIDIA indicates a shift in how technology development is approached. While the partnership is presented as a means to bolster infrastructure, it also raises questions about corporate influence over public policy and the potential for monopolistic control over AI technologies. This aspect is crucial as it may lead to standard setting that could favor these companies over smaller entities, thereby shaping the entire landscape of the AI industry in the US and beyond. 3. Geopolitical implications. Trump's emphasis on national security as a rationale for the Stargate project is significant. The project is positioned not just as an economic initiative but as a strategic move to maintain U.S. dominance in AI amidst rising global competition, particularly from China. This framing suggests that investment in AI is increasingly seen as a matter of national security, which could lead to more aggressive stances in international relations. The audience may overlook the broader implications of viewing technology development through a security lens, which could result in increased militarization of tech and restrictive policies against perceived competitors. 4. Economic restructuring and job creation. The report highlights the expectation of creating hundreds of thousands of jobs through this investment. However, it does not address the types of jobs that will be created or the quality of these jobs. The technology sector often raises concerns about job displacement and the need for retraining workers in declining industries. Failing to consider these dynamics can lead to an oversimplified view of economic revitalization and ignore the socio-economic challenges that accompany such transitions. 5. Infrastructure challenges. The mention of the current lack of infrastructure to support AI development is a critical point that deserves more attention. Sam Altman's frustrations regarding the difficulties in building necessary infrastructure highlight systemic issues within U.S. regulatory and planning frameworks. Many may not recognize that the success of the Stargate project hinges on resolving these infrastructure challenges, which could involve navigating a complex web of local, state, and federal regulations. This challenge poses a risk to the timeline and success of the project, particularly in a politically charged environment. 6. Political context and future implications. The timing of the announcement, as Trump seeks to consolidate power and influence in a potential second term, suggests that the Stargate project could be a tool for political leverage. If successful, it would bolster Trump's narrative of economic resurgence and technological leadership. However, if the project falters, it could undermine his political capital. This context is crucial for understanding the motivations behind the project and the potential repercussions for U.S. governance and policy if it fails. 7. Environmental considerations. The report does not adequately address the environmental impact of building extensive AI data centers. The energy demands of AI infrastructure are substantial, raising concerns about sustainability, carbon footprints, and the long-term viability of such projects in the context of climate change. As public awareness of environmental issues grows, these factors could lead to opposition that may derail the project or lead to new regulations that complicate implementation. 8. Public perception and trust. The announcement's framing may be viewed skeptically by segments of the population who have concerns about government spending, the role of private corporations in public projects, and the implications of AI technology on privacy and civil liberties. The divergence in public opinion regarding AI and its applications is an important factor that could influence the project's acceptance and success. Dismissing public sentiment could lead to significant backlash or pushback that undermines the project's goals. Conclusion. The 00B AI Stargate project is not merely an investment in technology. It is a multifaceted initiative with profound implications for the economy, national security, and the global tech landscape. Recognizing the overlooked aspects, particularly the geopolitical implications, the role of major tech corporations, the economic restructuring challenges, and the environmental impact, can provide a more nuanced understanding of the project's significance. As it unfolds, the project may serve as a bellwether for how the U.S. positions itself in the increasingly competitive global arena of artificial intelligence. 1. Investment scale and economic impact. The Stargate project represents a monumental investment in AI infrastructure, starting with an initial $100 billion and potentially reaching $500 billion. This scale is unprecedented and is intended to create hundreds of thousands of jobs while driving economic growth and the reindustrialization of the U.S. The emphasis on creating a robust data center infrastructure aims to support the burgeoning AI sector, indicating a strategic move to enhance the U.S. economy and productivity in the long term. 2. Strategic geopolitical motivations. The project is positioned not merely as an economic initiative but as a critical component of national security strategy. Trump highlighted the importance of maintaining American leadership in AI to protect the interests of the U.S. and its allies amid growing global competition, particularly from countries like China. The intertwining of economic investment with national security underscores the geopolitical stakes involved, reflecting a broader trend of using technological advancement as a means of asserting global power. 3. Collaborative partnerships with tech giants. The involvement of major technology companies such as OpenAI, Oracle, SoftBank, Microsoft, and NVIDIA illustrates a significant collaboration among leading private sector players to propel AI development. This coalition not only strengthens the technological foundation of the Stargate project but also indicates a collective recognition of the urgency to advance AI capabilities. The synergy among these companies could lead to innovative breakthroughs and establish a competitive edge for the U.S. in the global AI landscape. 4. Challenges of infrastructure development. Despite the ambitious goals, the project faces inherent challenges, particularly in infrastructure development. The difficulties associated with building data centers and other critical facilities in the U.S., as expressed by industry leaders, highlight potential roadblocks that could hinder progress. These challenges could lead to delays or increased costs. Here are three famous historical cases that reflect similar themes of geopolitics and global competition, particularly in relation to technological advancements and national security. 1. The Manhattan Project 1942 to 1946. During World War II, the United States initiated the Manhattan Project, a secret research and development program aimed at producing the first nuclear weapons. Spearheaded by physicists like J. Robert Oppenheimer and supported by significant funding from the U.S. government, the project was a direct response to fears that Nazi Germany would develop atomic weapons first. The project not only marked a significant technological leap but also reshaped global power dynamics, leading to the U.S. emerging as a superpower post-war. The implications of the Manhattan Project extended into the Cold War, as nuclear capabilities became a central aspect of international relations and military strategy. 2. NASA's Apollo Program 1961 to 1972. In the context of the Cold War, the Apollo program was launched by the United States with the ambitious goal of landing humans on the Moon and returning them safely to Earth. This initiative was partly a response to the Soviet Union's earlier successes in space exploration, notably the launch of Sputnik in 1957 and the first human spaceflight by Yuri Gagarin in 1961. The Apollo program not only showcased American technological prowess but also served to bolster U.S. prestige on the global stage. The competition with the Soviet Union in space became a key element of Cold War geopolitics, demonstrating how advancements in technology could influence national security and international standing. 3. The development of the Internet 1960s to 1990s. The origins of the Internet are rooted in military needs during the Cold War, particularly the need for a robust communication system that could withstand potential nuclear attacks. The ARPANET, developed by the Advanced Research Projects Agency ARPA in the late 1960s, was the precursor to the modern Internet. As the technology evolved, it transitioned from a military tool to a global network that facilitated unprecedented communication and information sharing. The rise of the Internet has had profound geopolitical implications, affecting everything from global commerce to social movements and international diplomacy. It has become a critical arena for competition among nations, particularly in terms of cybersecurity and technological supremacy. These cases illustrate how technological advancements are deeply intertwined with geopolitical strategies, national security considerations, and global competition, similar to the themes presented in the context of the 00B AI Stargate project. 00B AI Stargate 2025121000B AI Stargate 1. AI Stargate AI 2. AI 3. Stargate AI 4. Stargate AI 5. AI 6. AI STEM 7. AI 8. AI Stargate AI 00B AI Stargate